What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Exos Trainer. Guys, the Q&A, you know how it is. You post on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Marc Lobliner, and I answer them. I don't read them beforehand, so I might not know an answer, and if I don't, I'll do my best to answer it later on. I've only been caught once. I've only been caught with something I didn't know once, so it's been a good run. Anyway, this one comes from Kiernan. I'm getting ready to start Drop Factor, but don't want to overdo it on the stims. How should I take it on training days with the new Clash? And just a side note, I received the MTS hoodie in the mail today. Most comfortable hoodie I've ever put on. Honestly, separate them by 4 to 5 hours. If you train at 5 a.m., take that Clash at 4:30 a.m. Don't take Drop Factor till at least 9 or 10 a.m. If you train in the evening, take Drop Factor at 7 a.m., again at 12 or 12:30 p.m., then take Clash at 4:30 before 5 p.m. workout. Essentially, just spread them out throughout the day. Caffeine has a 4 to 5 hour half-life. Go ahead and just spread them out. You can take both doses of Drop Factor, plus take your Clash and be all good to go. It's like drinking a good old cup of coffee in the morning, afternoon, and one in the evening. Except not as delicious. Actually, no, it is pretty Clash, pretty tasty. From Jacob, Rizkalla Yo Marc, my father wants to start weight training. He is 60 years old. No experience. He deals with some knee pain and back pain, which is probably because he hasn't been training. No experience. He deals with, okay, I have an idea of some basic exercise, but want to know your input on weight training for elderly. Maybe this info can help others out as well. What should they focus on? Focus on core strength and qualifying movements. First thing you want to do is qualify his core movements. Make sure he's able to hold a plank for about 30 seconds before doing much of anything. Walking is good exercise for the elderly. If he's completely inactive, that's walking. Then I move on and I do some air squats or like goblet squats. Air squats or goblet squats work the entire body. Goblet squats activate the core and get him in shape that way. For an older person, I would stay away from open chain movements. I know that goes against probably what you're thinking. Wouldn't have him do leg extension, wouldn't have him do leg curl, wouldn't even have him do bicep curls. I stick to natural primal movements, which are the pressing motions. Again, a dumbbell bench press, if you teach in proper form, is good to go. I'd also do things like goblet squats, wall-facing deadlifts where you pick things up, and just generally go over that. Mobility is key. I would have him do mini band work. You've seen my mini band work where you do the lateral and the linear moves of the mini bands. I'd also have him do light plyometrics, believe it or not, where he's getting that movement, that lateral and linear mobility. Because what we want to do with them is we want to make their life easier. And if they're able to do common things uncommonly well, his life will be easier, he'll feel better, he'll lose weight, and he'll be in better shape. But for someone like him, again, what your first intuition might be, oh wow, I'm just going to get him on leg extension, leg curl. That's the worst thing you could do. You want him on primal movements that utilize multiple joints. From Kimber Hey Marc, I recently saw that you got Peak Physicor back in stock. Went to purchase it after I got out of class, which was only a couple hours. It was already out of stock. This happened twice now, unfortunately. I'm sure there's a reason behind it, but how come there isn't a lot of it when it gets restocked? I'm dying to try to supplement, but keep missing the boat. When will this be back in stock? It's back in stock now, and I expect to have consistent stock for at least a few days. Unfortunately, with something like that, it's kind of like the iPhone phenomena. I know I'm not Steve Jobs, but at the end of the day, it's selling faster than we can predict. We are completely killing it, meaning that people are buying it, they're getting great results, and they're telling everyone about it. So as soon as we launch, even though we keep increasing production by 4-fold and even 5-fold, it keeps selling out even faster because the word of mouth is proliferating for it. But I hope we can have a grip on the stock issue within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Right now, the stock we have in might last a week or two, and then we have another batch coming in about 2 to 3 weeks. Might have a week lag time, but we're getting there. To gauge demand, sometimes you got to do it. And also realize there's raw materials. And physicor is a raw material that has to be produced. So they don't always have the raw material available for us to use. So it is what it is, but we are keeping up and we are getting better. And sooner or later, it will be 100% stocked and ready to roll. From Jacob McDaniel, Marc, what do you recommend to help blood pressure? No matter what I do, I stay around 145/90. I've been trying to lower it, but I have no clue what can assist me. Any supplement recommendation to help drop blood pressure a few points? My blood pressure usually ranges around 110/62 or 63. I have a very good blood pressure reading. I'm very cardiovascularly fit. For you, I'd recommend for supplements, nectar. Ambrosia nectar is fantastic for blood pressure and everything, every organ in the body. It's a fantastic supporting agent for that. However, what you need to do is focus on cardio. I recommend doing Tabata at least 3 times a week. Tabata elicits the cardiovascular of 60 minutes of jogging and about 4 minutes of sprinting, 2-to-1 work to rest ratio. If you want any information on Tabata, just go on YouTube and type in Tabata low blinder, and you'll have plenty of examples on what Tabata truly is. And then cardio, low intensity, steady state cardio will help your blood pressure. And that's something you can do. Do it on days you don't do Tabata maybe. If you're not already doing it to lose fat, do it for about 20 to 40 minutes. 20 minutes is the minimum I do it. And make sure your heart rate elevates at least a little bit and you're getting a little bit of work to your heart. But at the end of the day, man, it comes down to cardiovascular activity and it comes down to taking the proper nutritive ingredients. Now, also remember, you got to make sure your HDL is in a good level. You got to make sure you're getting your healthy fats. Supplementing with 3 grams of total EPA DHA per day from fish oil. That's about 4 to 5 Ethitech Nutrition fish oil caps per day. From Jesse Carr, do you believe in spanking your children or no? I don't spank my children, but I don't condemn people who do spank their children. I believe it's just a different method of rearing your child. I believe in choice theory, which is a psychological theory based on having people make choices. I believe negative reinforcement therapies like spanking or punishment usually just makes them rebel more. So what I choose to do is I choose to give my children choices and positive affirmation, and that usually works. And that's something that I've been working on. But no, I don't spank my children. I've never had them, oh, get over my lap, you're getting a spanking. I just don't feel that that's the way I want to raise my children. However, I realize that, for example, in the South, spanking is still widely accepted. Because I lived in the South, I witnessed it firsthand for 7 years. However, it's just not how I choose to raise my children. But again, it's everybody's right up to a point to raise their children how they deem fit. From Santiago Figueroa. Hey, Mark, thanks for your knowledge and motivation. It helps us, at least me, a lot. About your 4-day split, do you train traps, forearms, and abs? If so, when do you incorporate them? Plus that store in Huntington Beach, California, which is Max Muscle Huntington Beach, our single best retailer in the world, is just epic with great service. It's definitely not a game. The 4-day split, we do train traps. Traps are not trained on their own in my 4-day split. They're actually trained when you do overhead press and deadlifts. Deadlifts work a lot of traps because you're holding a lot of weight with your traps. Okay, there's no need to do them. Forearms are worked when you train bicep or when you train back because you have to hold things. I don't believe in training forearms on their own. You can, however, add farmer's walks in. I love farmer's walks on your cardio day or on just at the end of your workout. And abs, on my 4-day split, you do have core after every training session in the form of planks, side planks, ab rollouts, and multiple other things like that. From Eric MacArthur, I have 6-inch thick wrists, very skinny and usually hurt when heavyweight is involved. Can this be permanently fixed and how? Well, you need to strengthen the area around your wrist, and that'll take wrist strengthening exercises. Again, anything that works grip, such as farmer's walks or anything of that nature are great. If you push comes to shove, you're going really heavy and it hurts, wrist wraps can be used on your heaviest of sets, but that's literally putting a Band-Aid on a surgical wound. You just need to strengthen it. You need to use them, and you need to make sure that the muscles surrounding your wrist, your forearms, and your carpals and all that are in good shape so you can grip and your wrist is nice and supported. I normally don't have to wear wrist wraps at all unless I go above 405 on bench press, which I don't anymore. But if you see me beasting out the dumbbells of 160, 180 pounds for bench, you're not going to see me rocking out wrist wraps, even though I do have very thin wrists. Look at my swollen clock. It's literally on the last friggin' thing. I have extremely small joints too. From Bulent Goptis. Mark, please, 4 kilogram tubs of protein. Love the protein. Best chasing protein by far. Love from Australia. I have an idea for you. There's 5 pounders. You could buy 2 of those, and that equals about 4 kilograms. So just honestly, 5 pounders dominate the market, and 10 pounders, there's a lot of damages involved, and it won't really save you much money. So I'm just like, just buy 2 5 pounders. You can always upscale the increments. From Shy Burton, is the 4-minute Tabata cardio enough to utilize on its own in the cut? Will length of cardio need to be increased? Use some low-intensity cardio too. You're most likely going to have to add in low-intensity cardio. Tabata is cardiovascularly equivalent to 60 minutes of cardio with 4 minutes of Tabata. However, that's not fat loss equivalent. When you do cardio, you're expending energy and you're burning calories. So if you need to expend more energy and calories, I wouldn't recommend doing more Tabata because that takes recovery. What I'd recommend is adding in low intensity steady state for whatever it takes to burn the calories you need to take. So what I do is I keep Tabata consistent at 2 days a week for all my clients. But for the most part, some of them have more, some of them have none. And then I'll add in low intensity steady state as needed to lose more fat, up to 7 days a week for 45 minutes. That's about the max I usually go. In extreme cases, I will do double day cardio, but I try to avoid it like the plague. From Thomas Evans. Hey Mark, I've been squatting and deadlifting for strength for around 3 years, and I know my deadlift should be stronger than my squat. However, recently my squat has been catching up my deadlift. They are now about the same at 440. Any thoughts on how to improve my deadlift, and is it a problem they're the same? Not at all. My deadlift kills my squat. My squat's way weaker than my deadlift. Depends on limb length. It depends on a lot of things. Like obviously a guy like me with shorter legs and longer arms is going to have a strong deadlift. And also throughout my years I've had hip issues from when I dislocated my pelvis playing American football. That has kind of messed me up a little bit. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Just go hard on both of them. It's not going to matter if you have a stronger squat and a deadlift. If you go to any powerlifting meet, you're going to have no powerlifter is going to be equal on squat and deadlift. They're going to have a stronger one of the two, and it generally depends on their limb length. I wouldn't sweat it. Just keep beasting it, man. It sounds like you're beasting it, and keep being a beast. From Rudy Fernandez. Hey, Mark, when taking a pre-workout, I get a allergic reaction, itchiness, rash, hives, etc. Typically about 12 hours after consumption. I know it's from pre-workout because I recently discontinued taking it and no longer have any reaction. I feel like I need pre-workout to have a productive workout. What are recommendations? Go see an allergist. 12 hours after the fact seems like a long time for it to come up. See an allergist and actually pinpoint what's wrong with you. I cannot diagnose you over this medium, sir. From Colton Nash. Hey Mark, I used to be really diligent and committed for a total of 6 years. But as of a year ago, I fell off the wagon really badly. I gained 25 pounds of fat and am much weaker than compared to before. Any suggestion to kick my healthy and swole lifestyle again? Just do it. I have no suggestions. Just get in the gym and start doing it. Clean up your diet. Just fucking cannonball right in. Don't stick your toe in the water. Don't put this to tip in. Go balls deep and go with it. Train 4 days a week, hard and heavy with weights, and go ahead and clean up that diet using whatever diet you choose to do. Trying to lose fat, I recommend going and getting my book. That's dropfactorbook.com. Trying to gain weight, go to Mass Diet. That's MASSdiet.com. From Scott Rizzardi. When will that trainer you were talking about be up on your site? It'll be up. We are launching a new platform that's running our entire site. It has taken longer than we expected to convert to that. So I'm hoping within the next 4 weeks. I've said that for the last year, but I'm hoping in the next 4 weeks the trainer's done. And in fact, if you really need it, you can go ahead and email me and I'll send you a copy of it. It's fine. The videos are up. It's a video trainer. And I have links to all the videos. They're just unlisted on YouTube right now. One more question. Are you still following the push-pull legs 4-day-a-week routine that you're talking about? Right now, being that I threw in some endurance running because I'm trying to keep up with my children, just personal. I'm not recommending it for everybody, but I am running. I'm trying to get to 5K twice a week. Right now, I'm at a little over a mile. So I am doing, on Monday, I have legs, all legs. I have hamstrings and quads. Okay, on Tuesday, I have chest and biceps. Wednesday, I run. Thursday, I have deadlifts and back. I do back and then I do deadlifts at the end. And then Friday's a fun day. Friday, I have shoulders and triceps. Saturday, I'm off. Sunday, I go on a run. Either Saturday or Sunday, I'll run. One of the days, I need a day off. It just depends which one. And now that I'm a home gym from Body Solid, if you go to fitnessfactory.com, you want any home gym, type in my name, Mark Lobliner, MarcLobliner, you get a discount off that gym purchase, but you're going to have a whole home gym series coming to this channel. It's going to be really awesome. So if you have any question on home gym training, I'll be able to demonstrate it right in that room over there. From Andrew Smith, best way to do fasted cardio. Honestly, fasted cardio offers no benefit, in my opinion, over fed cardio. So if you prefer to do it fasted, that's fine, but realize it's no benefit. I like doing it fasted sometimes when I jog because I just don't care. It doesn't bother me, but I always at least take some fat before I go. I usually take MCTs and BHBs before running, and it's something that's going to be coming out under Ambrosia and MTS Nutrition. Incline treadmill or stairs. I always preferred the step mill if I had a choice, but since I have a treadmill at home, I usually do that. Which is more effective in targeting stubborn fat? They're both effective. Don't nitpick, don't nitty gritty, but step mill will burn more calories. So that's that. If you want to really torture yourself and stimulate your glutes, step milk. From Prit Dahia. Hey Marc, great work, bro. I use creatine, BCAA, citrulline malate, glucose before my workout early morning without eating anything else. Is it okay, or do I have to have more supplements? Post-workout, I use creatine and whey. I would get rid of the glucose and put in a scoop of MTS whey and a scoop of carb 10, okay? Other than that, I would take out creatine and citrulline malate and just take Clash. Clash has creatine, citrulline malate, beta-alanine, and all that good stuff in it. So basically, pre-workout, carb 10, MTS whey, Clash. Done. Okay? Post-workout, he's using... Post-workout, use creatine and whey. Get in a scoop of MTS Nutrition whey. You've already had your creatine and Clash. You don't need it twice. You only need 5 grams a day. MTS whey, carb 10, and Ambrosia Overtraining Solution. You're good to go. Ambrosia Overtraining Solution, MTS whey, and MTS Nutrition carb 10. Hope that helps you, Prit. From Eden Chan. Hi, Marc. Have learned a lot from your channel. Keep up the good work. Was wondering, is MTS Nutrition going to be in the Asia market anytime? Hoping it will arrive in Singapore. We just need a distributor. I don't go seeking distributors. I'm doing enough business in the USA, UK, and Australia to go out and spend resources getting new territories. However, if you go into a local store, you request MTS Nutrition, they will request it from their distributor, and they will go ahead and they will order it. So it's all about consumer demand in other countries too. If you want MTS Nutrition, demand that your local retailer carry it. And one more. This is the last one from Ethan Sane. So I'm 22 now with about 2 years of consistent training. I would eventually like to compete when I feel I've put on enough lean mass to win. How do I go about conceding if I should compete in bodybuilding or physique? I'm 100% opposed to taking gear, and I know the NPC and IFBB are not test organizations. You know the NPC physique pros are on gear. I'm not going to guess, but I'm guessing. I'm not going to say anything for a fact, but the top NPC, IFBB guys who compete in physique, I'm guessing they're on stuff. Just judging on how they look, I don't think they are. They do. They do. But you never know. Sorry for the essay. Thanks for your time. Bottom line, I'm just going to be real. If you have big legs, compete in bodybuilding. If your legs suck, compete in physique. That's all I got for you. Me, I have big legs. I compete in bodybuilding, and honestly, I didn't have physique when I started. But that's that. So anyway, next I'm going to start the Q&A with Jen Martin's question, and I should be getting to that tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for watching. My new website is up. It's marclobliner.com, marclobliner.com. Check that out. It has all my coaching rates, has everything of that nature. The home gym's in stock, basically in my house. Expect an entire home gym series coming from here. A lot of exciting things coming to this channel. And, you know, we just do what we do. We're helping people. And spread the word. Subscribe, like this, share it, and realize that these questions are all generated by you. They're user-generated content. So go ahead and go to facebook.com/marclobliner and ask a question. It's the first sticky thread on that page, and that's not a game. So I'm looking at my email this morning. I get a mass email from one of the other sites that sell supplements that you're just a number to, right? They were bragging that one supplement line was free shipping. Bro, if you order over $99 in product in the continental US any day of the week, free shipping anywhere in the US, continental USA. Free shipping on orders over $99 at tigerfitness.com. Why even look at the other guys? And also, we ship from Vegas and Ohio. Most places in the US are a 1 to 2 day ship. And that's not a game.